guys, it's been a year. I literally missed a year of doing college football playoff predictions. I did my playoff predictions in 2018 and 19, and then I wasn't able to do 2020, but here I am in the 2021 college football season, and I'm about to do my 2021 college football playoff predictions video. And it is great to be back. We got an exciting set of playoff games to talk about, and I promise I'm not solely excited because my team is in the playoffs. This is going to be an awesome set of playoff games here because we got mainly a lot of great defenses to watch, and their offense can play as well. But, you know, like, I'm interested to see a bit of a change of scenery here in the playoffs because I feel like, you know, in the past few years, it was always like, you know, Clemson's quarterback versus Alabama's quarterback, like Tua and Trevor Lawrence and, you know, like Deshaun Watson. You get the idea. Like, it was always kind of like this quarterback battle, and I guess just an overall battle of the offense. But this year, I feel like it's all about defense. Georgia's defense, Alabama's defense, Cincinnati's defense, and Michigan's defense. They're all great, but their offense can play too. But anyway, we'll get to all of that in a second. Let's just get straight into the first game that we're going to talk about, Cincinnati versus Alabama. Now, I will have a bit of an early spoiler alert here. I do think Alabama's going to win this game, but it is not going to be a blowout like I'm assuming everyone is thinking here, because for one, Alabama has had some scary moments in this season where they kept it really close when I feel they shouldn't have, and then of course they lost to Texas A&M. I feel they shouldn't have kept it close to Florida. They shouldn't have kept it close to LSU. Arguably, they shouldn't have kept it close to Auburn, but that's also a rival, so I don't know. I guess they'll be close. And then Arkansas, they kept it close too, but they were a good team. But fact of the matter is, Alabama had some scary moments in the season, and it looked like they were kind of, you know, quote-unquote beatable. My team doesn't understand that, apparently, for Alabama, but other teams can come close. And then the other reason on why I don't think there's going to be a blowout is because Cincinnati, while they are the only undefeated team in the league, I also feel they don't get enough attention. Of course, they got the great defense, but their offense, in my opinion, is very quietly good. Nobody talks about that offense for whatever reason, or at least not that much. And I think they could actually put up a fight against Alabama, who's been a little suspect at times, let's be real. But I do think Alabama is going to hold on. Nick Saban's just kind of been there, done that, and I think he reaches yet another national championship. But we'll see. Cincinnati's been, you know, interesting, so we'll see. And then the other playoff game we have is Georgia versus Michigan. Man, one thing that Michigan taught me is patience. Because I will admit, I was one of those college football fans that always made fun of Michigan because Jim Harbaugh can never, you know, step up in the big moment, because every time in the previous years, Michigan always looked like they were this playoff contender, and it looked like, oh, is Michigan going to finally beat Ohio State? Are they finally going to get to the playoffs? And I was like, they do this every year. They're going to lose to Ohio State, and they're going to look like they're a playoff contender until the very last second of the season. And for the most part, they did just that. But this year was a lot different. They did finally beat Ohio State, and they did make the playoffs, and they are one of the scarier teams in the league. In fact, the only loss that they had versus Michigan State, they still very well could have won that game. So Michigan is always up to the challenge. Of course, their defense is awesome. They have some players, man. I'm excited to see who gets drafted on Michigan this year. But the opponent that they're facing, the Georgia Bulldogs, they also surprised me this year. I will admit, I thought they were going to be good, but I didn't think they were going to be this good. They were, until they played Alabama, pretty clearly the number one team in the league. They had maybe the best defense of all time in all of college football. As we all know, they have been averaging like 8-9 points per game, which is insane. Like throughout the whole regular season, they never even let up more than 17 points, which is insane. The only bad game they had was against Alabama. And then it also seems like everyone's always got to mention the whole Stetson Bennett, JT Daniels thing going on, but their offense to me has been fine. I don't think it's this big giant issue. So I think this game is going to be super even, and we'll see. Like, Michigan hasn't made the playoffs in quite a while, so we'll just see how they do here. And Georgia's been to the playoffs, but it's kind of been a little while. So overall, yes, Kirby Smart does kind of need to step up in the big moments. And, even though Jim Harbaugh finally did beat Ohio State, I still do kind of need to see a little more from him in the playoffs. So therefore, I'm going to pick Georgia to win this game because Kirby Smart has kind of sort of been there, done that. He's been to a national championship. I haven't seen Jim Harbaugh. I need to see a little more from him in the playoffs before I say he advances. So, I don't know. That's just my opinion. And then, yes, that does mean that the national championship for me is going to be another Alabama versus Georgia matchup, which this is kind of looking like some sort of reboot of Alabama versus Clemson. It's just we, first off, get the same freaking winner every time, and second, why can't we just see like a good game between these two every single time these two teams play? It's this ugly, disgusting, like, why is Georgia even playing this team? Well, okay, I take that back. Like, maybe the first national championship they had and then the SEC championship was good, but other than that, it seems like they never have a chance. But what do I think is going to happen here? Am I going to do it? Yes, I will. I'm going to say Georgia wins this game because, listen, they really only had one bad game in the season, and that was, yes, versus Alabama, granted, but I think that's some sort of wake-up call, right? Like, it was only one bad game. The rest of the season, they were absolutely dominant, and I think with all the players that they have on defense, this is looking like historically maybe the best defense of all time. Surely a defense this good is going to step up and win a championship, right? Surely. And I think Kirby Smart knows how important this game would be. He knows, like, okay, I have faced Nick Saban so many times, and like, it's just, I feel it's impossible to never win at least one of them. So, fingers crossed, I guess, but congratulations to the Georgia Bulldogs. You are my pick for the national championship winners. We'll see. Go Dogs, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That's a bit bold, but let me know what you guys think. And let's go have some fun, watch some college football, enjoy your New Year's, enjoy your holidays, and I will see you for the next one. Go Dogs.